So everyone, if you can hear me, my name is Brandy. I'm the learning specialist here at RWS. We lead a lot of webinars and trainings, both internally and with our clients and staff. It's a lot of fun. We love what we do. Joining me today, I have two members of my team. I have Savannah and Jess. They will be helping lead this webinar this morning. So you might recognize their faces. I'm sure a few of you work with them and are they manage your account, so hopefully you see some familiar faces this morning. And we still have a few more people popping in. The attendees list is just growing as we go. We're doing well. Good morning, Matt. How are you? Excellent. All right. Perfect. Now, we are going to have a Q&A at the end of this. So if you would, please save your questions for the very end, and we can try and answer all of those at the end. We've allotted some time for that. And that'll help us get through this content a lot quicker for you. I know all of you are very busy, especially this time of year, so we want to make sure that we can give you this information and get you right back to what you were doing. We're going to give it just a couple more minutes, let everyone else pop in. All right, everybody, that attendee list hasn't moved in a minute, so I think we are safe to get started, and everyone is here who's going to be here. So good morning. Welcome. Welcome to the RWS webinar for Site Success, preparing your website for 2024. We're really excited to have you here. Today, we are going to talk about site success and the steps that you can take on your website to get it. All right, what is site success? Well, to us, site success means helping you turn your site visitors into customers. And we have a few tools that we want to show you to make that even easier. First step, we're going to talk about PayPal. All right, we have all heard of PayPal. We've all seen it on websites when we've shopped, and I bet almost all of you have even checked out on a website using PayPal before. And if you don't already have it set up as a method of checkout on your site, then you really should consider adding it. We're going to discuss why. Why should you be using PayPal? Well, first, no account needed. Your customers do not need an account to use it. They can buy from you with ease. And most people that are shopping on your website have already used PayPal by now. They're very familiar with the process. It's also very secure. PayPal does one thing and they do it really, really well. They process payments securely. They also have 24/7 fraud detection. And this protects not only your consumers, but you. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. It's also incredibly easy to set up. Our team will connect you with the right people at PayPal, and then adding PayPal to your website, it's done in just a couple of clicks. Very, very simple. And this part is probably going to be the favorite part for many of you, lower fees. What do we mean about lower fees? Well, for you, you get some extra special lower fees. PayPal's fees are already less than many merchant accounts out there, but you get even lower fees when a customer uses a credit card to make a purchase on your site. And you're also going to receive an exclusive rebate of up to 20 cents per transaction, and that's a pretty big deal. So for you, it's extra worth it to use PayPal. Several of our members are already using PayPal on their websites, and they have very great things to say about it. Karen, PayPal has been a really great payment option for our customers. It is quick and easy to use, provides a great overall experience. It has strong security measures in place that offer customers peace of mind, and I would highly recommend using PayPal service as a payment option. Mike says that 3 out of every 4 purchases made online is paid through PayPal on their website. And additionally, PayPal makes their backroom processing and getting our funds easy and simple. Yeah, the backroom has changed up a little bit when it comes to PayPal, and I think you guys are really going to like that. We're going to see that here in a little bit too. And Lee says, I love this one. We made the move to PayPal and it has been great. In fact, 67 of our last 70 online sales have been processed through PayPal. Retailers who do not accept PayPal online are leaving sales on the table. That's true. Personally, when I'm online shopping and PayPal isn't an option, I seek out other retailers. If you have attended any of my webinars before, you know that I like interactions. So I am just curious if you guys, we could throw it in the chat. How many of you actually use PayPal and have used PayPal in your shopping experiences? You know I'm going to make you interact. I do it every time. Charlene does, yeah, awesome. All right, so how do we get PayPal set up? It's very easy. First, you're going to let us know that you're interested in the NMG offer. So you're going to watch for an email. You should be getting the email tomorrow. It's going to be a follow-up email. There's going to be a link in there to a form. You're going to fill out the form and let us know that you would like to offer PayPal as a checkout option and you want to get that exclusive NMG offer. You can even go directly to the form now if you want. And I think someone will drop that form in our chat for us, that form link. So if anyone wants that, you can do it right now. All right. And then once you're signed up, not with the NMG offer, but once you have a PayPal account, adding PayPal to your website is as simple as getting a few clicks, just a couple of clicks. We're going to go through this video that you see on the screen a couple of times, but to grab it, you're going to jump into your site variables. You have that in your WebFriends account. It'll drop down into site variables. And when that screen loads, you're going to look for the Edit PayPal button right there at the top. Edit PayPal. And then you're going to connect to your PayPal account. That's it. That's all you have to do to get PayPal onto your website. It's very, very simple. You can do it. We can help you do it. It's easy. And then PayPal does the rest. You don't need to make any modifications or adjust any settings. Just click and get paid. Now that PayPal is active on your site, you're going to see that it's going to automatically update with the new payment option. So here you can see that your customer will have an option to do a digital transaction or use their credit card through PayPal. Now, if they do the digital transaction, it's going to be the standard PayPal rate. But if they purchase with the credit card here, you're going to get that much lower rate. What else does PayPal do? It offers payments. So impulse buys. Don't you guys just love impulse buys? Because I do. It's a problem sometimes, but it's also a really great thing for you guys, right? Impulse buys are wonderful. But it's hard to grab those sometimes with bigger purchases. But now, if your customer has PayPal as an option to do payments, they can get those impulse buys, they can do those bigger purchases, but you will still receive your payment in full. That's a really great thing. It's a win-win for everybody. Let's talk about protection and validation. I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about that security that PayPal offers you. So your customers, they have fraud protection, right? And so that means that PayPal is validating credit cards. So when your customer checks out using a credit card, PayPal automatically validates that card number. It's not going to allow that transaction to continue if it detects a fake or a wrong number. You know how customers sometimes accidentally use the wrong credit card number? Funny how that happens. So no more bad card numbers to sort through. PayPal's going to do that for you. That's a pretty great deal too. So when you're talking about looking at those orders, right, those credit card numbers, you're going to see a new situation happening in the back room. You're going to see these new icons, and they're indicating that the order was processed through PayPal. When you click into an order, you're going to see the ID and authorization ID. And those are also going to be in your PayPal account. They'll correspond there, which is where you will go to process the order. And eventually, if all of your transactions start coming through PayPal, you'll barely even need to come into the back room. Everything will be done on the PayPal side. It truly is a great way to process payments. And we've seen how much it can help you with sales. We've seen how it can make it easy for your customers to make purchases. It's really a wonderful tool and it's beneficial, it's secure. We love it. But it's not going to do you a lot of good if you're not pricing your items on your website or pricing them very well. So we want to take a look at a few of the tools that you have to help you make the most out of your pricing. So we're going to start with a new feature called the minimum column. And my co-host Savannah is going to take over. Savannah, are you ready for us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Sure can. All right, everyone, this is Savannah. If you want to introduce yourself to the group, and some of you may recognize her.
I'm Savannah. I am an account manager here at RWS and also part of the training team. I do recognize a few names, so I know some of you probably have had me currently or in the past as an account manager. And today I'm going to be talking about the minimum column. So the minimum column is, let me back up a little bit. Back one slide, please. Thank you. Utilizing the minimum column, the key to a smart pricing strategy. Today, I'll be sharing one of the many tools available for pricing products on your website. And now next slide, thank you. Okay. So the Webfronts app has several pricing formulas available. If you've ever been in the Webfronts app looking at that, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It makes pricing easier and less time consuming. You don't have to do the math yourself. We'll just mark it up for you with those formulas. Previously, we had to manually set up a cascade formula to do what the minimum column would do. So this is what it would look like previously if you wanted to do this. You can see here in my picture a couple of different products with different prices. Some have MAP, some have LAP, and some have UMRP. So this is a way to make sure we're able to have pricing at all if pricing is available. Oops. Okay, a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back up. Okay. So previously we would have had to set up that cascade. Now the entire cascade formula is housed in this simple column. There are less steps between you and showing pricing on the website. Go back one more, thank you. So now that we have minimum, it's a built-in cascade that returns the first available value from the following in this order: UMRP, LAP, and then the lowest of the MAP columns. So basically that makes it so you don't have to go through Whirlpool and say, set this sale price to MAP through, I think that one's Viking, set this sale price to UMRP, or for KitchenAid, if you know they didn't have MAP or you wanted to use LAP, price through equals LAP. It lets you just say equals minimum for all of them. Now that we have our pricing strategy figured out, how do we actually price everything? So if you've ever been in the Webfronts app looking at those, what's available for you as far as pricing, you'll know that you can basically choose the price. So in this case, equals minimum. And then you can fill for all. You don't have to go through and add this manually. So whatever your formula is, if it's minimum, if you're doing MAP, if you're pricing your regular price off of MSRP, this lets you apply your minimum directly to everything you have. So you can set that as a default. It saves time. It makes it much easier for you to be able to actually do those prices and get closer to having the prices on your website that you need so that your e-commerce is available for your customers. Okay, and thank you for your patience through those couple technical difficulties we have with the slides there, but I think we're good for this section. We're gonna move on to Jess now, who is gonna be sharing even more tools available to you.
Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. So I am very excited to be here with you all today. I, like Savannah, am an account manager and I'm also part of the training team. So this is my first webinar with everybody here. So please be nice to me. So today I will be sharing with you a couple of incredible features you have available at your fingertips that will make a significant impact to your website with little to no effort. I'm really confident that implementing these features can significantly impact your online presence. So let's dive right in. I'm sure that at one point or another, you've wondered if there's a way to indicate online which products you have in stock at your store. And the good news is that there is. The best part about that is that it's actually very easy and very simple to do. In the app, you have a built-in way to directly mark products with an in-stock product flag, such as this one. We'll go to the next slide. Perfect. So a product flag is exactly what you're thinking. It's a little flag or banner you add to your product with wording on it. The blue in stock flag on the upper left-hand corner is an easy and convenient way to let your customers know which products you have available in store. So this is what that in-stock flag looks like on a product image. And this, if we go to the next slide, is what it looks like on a product page. So this is what your customers or your shoppers see when they click on a product to view its details. As you'll notice here, the blue in stock flag was removed from the image and placed under the product description so that it doesn't distract your shopper from viewing the product itself clearly and in detail. In order to actually add the flag to the product, I will give you a quick little rundown and feel free to take screenshots of these step-by-step instructions if you'd like, but you don't need to. We will be sending out a copy of this recording as well. So we'll go on to the next slide. Perfect. So when you first get logged into your app, you will start off by navigating over to the Edit Prices and Items on Site page. There, you'll notice a little Show Hide Columns button in the center of the page. And then once you click on that, a little pop-up will appear. From here, you will scroll down until you see the item availability section, and you'll want to check off that in-stock flag option. Once you check that off, you'll just scroll down a little bit more to accept those changes. It's just a little blue button at the very bottom of that screen. Alrighty, and then once you accept those changes, you will now notice that a new column was added to your screen titled In-Stock Flag. So by default, this column is set to no for every product in our database. So if you want to add the flag to your products, you'll simply search for the items in the search bar above, either by name or product number. And under the in-stock flag column, you'll change that value from false to true. And that's pretty much it. Once you publish your changes, the flag will automatically be added to the products you selected. But just as a heads up, we know that you guys probably have many, many products in stock, so you do not need to search for products one by one. You can search for multiple products at once by separating the product numbers with commas and using the fill button to change the value from false to true. Or if you do have massive amounts of products you want to change, you do have the option of importing those product numbers and changing that in the app directly all at once. But if you need assistance with importing data or using the fill button, please don't hesitate to reach out to your account manager or our support team. They're more than happy to get you the assistance that you need to get that completed. Now, you might be wondering, is there a way that we can group together all of the in-stock items on one page? And the answer to that is yes. So another way that you can showcase your in-stock items on your website is by creating a site special. So what exactly is a site special? If we go to the next slide, it will show you what it looks like. It's essentially just a search results page on your website that displays items you choose to showcase. It's really just a regular search results page, but it only shows the products that you hand select and you decide to add to that group. Site specials are a very useful feature for showcasing your scratch and dent products, items with special holiday pricing, items on clearance, new arrivals. The options are endless. You can honestly create a site special for just about anything and everything, and it can increase traffic to your website as well. This powerful feature is available for all levels, so everybody here has access to this in the app, and it's super easy to set up. So if we go on to the next slide, I'll walk you through how to actually get that set up. So in the app, you'll start by going to Edit and click on Edit Site Specials. You'll then want to click on Create New Site Special to get started. From there, a new pop-up will appear on your screen and it will prompt you to fill out a couple of details about your special. The upload file section is something only you will see. It will not post a file to your website, but it is a useful tool so your team can keep track of which products will belong to that special. The title and description fields are optional, but they're very, very important, so be descriptive. The details you add here is what improves your search engine ranking and increases traffic to your site. So the more details and keywords you add, the better. The promotion code is also very, very important. It's how we find the site special on your website, and it also creates a unique code to the products you choose to include in that special. You can use letters and underscores, but do not use numbers, dashes, or other symbols. The next following details you want to add are these here. You can completely leave the link to section blank. The site special itself will already create a specific link for you to use by using that promotion code. You can also enter a start and end date if your site special will only be available during a specific period of time. Otherwise, you can leave it blank. And just remember that when you are creating site specials, always be sure to check off the final approval box. Otherwise, the link will not work and the site special will not display on your website. So once you fill out those details, you'll want to click Upload Site Special and you're almost done. So once you upload the site special, it doesn't actually upload it to your website. It just uploads it to the app so that you can add products to it. So once you click the upload button, you will see your new site special on the screen. You'll then click the Add Remove Items on Special button to add the products you want to feature. And then once clicked, you will be redirected to the Edit Prices and which items show on your site page. From here, you will see that a new column was added to the right-hand side of the page, labeled with the promo code you created on the previous screen. So in this example, I labeled my site special winter_clearance. And to add products to the special, you'll simply search for the products you want to include, and you'll change the value under that column from false to true. And that's pretty much it. That's how you create a site special and add products to it. One other thing I want to point out, though, is that when you are adding products to the special, you'll want to be sure that the on-site column is set to either yes or if active model. Otherwise, the products will not be shown on your website, even though you added it to your site special column. So once you've added all the relevant products to your special, don't forget to publish your changes. Now that you actually created the site special, you will want to add it to the website itself. To actually see it, you will need to add this URL. We go to the next slide. Perfect. So you will want to add the highlighted URL to the end of your domain and enter your site specials promo code after the equal sign. So the letters in bold will be different for everybody. So you will enter your site specials promo code there. And the best part about creating site specials is that you get to decide what products to feature and where to display it on your website. So although most dealers that I have worked with add it to the rotating banners on the home page, you can also add it to basically anywhere on your website. You do have the option of adding it to the navigation bar of your website if you choose. If you want to create a new tab in your navigation bar and link your site special, as I did here, you will need to reach out to your account manager or our support team for further assistance, and they will get that implemented for you. It does involve a little bit of coding structure, so reach out to your account manager or support team if you do want to highlight it on your navigation bar. And that pretty much covers the tools and the tips that I have for you today. And I know that that was a ton of information I threw at you, but in short, enabling the in-stock product flags and creating site specials are quick and easy ways to update your site, increase traffic, and fingers crossed, increase revenue as well. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
That was fantastic, Jess. Thank you very much. Awesome. All right, site specials. I actually learned a little something there myself. We're going to move on to the next way that we can help increase some revenue on your website, hopefully, is using a tool in your account called Sort Order. Sort Order. All right, so what is Sort Order and what does that do? Have you ever wanted to show specific brands and you want them to always show higher up in when your people search on your website? Or maybe there's a very specific item that you want to show at the top of the search every time people do a search on your site. So simply put, sort order allows you to set up rules to specify which items, categories, or brands will show up first when people search on your website. So we're going to run through how to do that very quickly. It's actually a pretty simple feature to use, but it's very effective. All right, so let's say you wanted Lazy Boy items to appear first in the search under the results. So whenever someone searched under living room furniture, and then you wanted it to be followed by Bassett and then Ashley. You could even drill down to a subcategory if you wanted. Well, the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to jump in and hit Edit Brand Sort. Now, when you get to this next page, you'll notice that you can edit a brand by category and subcategory. You can even edit them across the entire website. But for this example, we're going to choose to add a brand order for a category. Right there. Next, you're going to select the category and a subcategory for your brand. If you're going to use a subcategory, you don't have to, it's optional, but you're going to select the category. And for this example, we've chosen living room furniture and chairs. Then you're going to start adding the brands in order that you want them to appear. So first, we would start with Lazy Boy. We drop that one in there. And then you'd go in and add a brand and you would search for Bassett, and then Ashley, etc. It's pretty straightforward. And you just drag them in order. You can even move them up and down if you choose to reorder them. And that's how you're going to structure the sort order for your specific brands. To sort individual items, however, things change up just a little bit. This is done using the sort order column on the Edit Prices and Items on Site page. You're all pretty familiar with that. And if you're not, as always, reach out to us, ask support, or reach out to your account manager and have them walk you through how to do this, but it's pretty straightforward. You're going to enable the column for sort order, make sure that's visible inside of your Edit, Prices, and Items on Site page. And using our Lazy Boy example here, you would go to that sort order column, and if you want a specific Lazy Boy model to appear first, we've used the Lazy Boy 020818 as our example here. You're going to drop a 1 in that sort order column for this item and a 2 for the second model, and so on. These items, they're structured with the lowest number appearing first. So it's pretty straightforward there as well. And that is how you sort your brands and items on your website to come up higher in the search results on your website. It's important to do, and it is very, very beneficial. It can really help push those specific brands and items that you want to move out the door. So hopefully you guys get some benefit out of that one as well. So let's take a look at our wrap up here. So for site success in 2024, what do we suggest you guys do? First and foremost, use updated payment options like PayPal. Take advantage of the offers that NMG is providing you guys. Save some money, make some money, and make it easier for your customers to shop. Use that minimum column to price well. We do have some remarks on the minimum column. We have a little bit of a discussion that we can have right after this because the minimum column is tricky. It does have some tweaks and you will want to be cautious when you use it. Absolutely. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Also flag your products. Make it easy for your customers to find those products that are priced well. Use the sort order for better search results. Watch for that email, you guys. That email is going to be coming tomorrow to learn more about that PayPal offer through NMG. So please keep your eyes peeled or use the link right now. You can go there and set up that form right now and let us know that you'd like to do that. Contact your account manager or support to get PayPal connected on your website if you need a hand. It's a simple 2-click process, but if you'd like us to help out, we would love to do that for you. And there's the link on the screen for anybody who does want to fill in the form and let us know that you would be interested in using PayPal on your site. And that is it. We want to thank you so much for joining our webinar, you guys. We do have the Q&A open, and we do have a discussion starting regarding the minimum column. So please stick around for that. If you cannot, we understand. We thank you so much for joining us today. To answer one question, yes, we will have copies of this webinar. So you can reach out to your account manager to get a copy of that. We will also host it on our YouTube channel, and we can send you the link in email. Definitely look for that as well. All right, so do we have any open questions on the floor that we can address?
I did just want to touch base on, because Terry in the chat did bring up an extremely relevant and important detail about pricing. The minimum column is a tool to use, but it shouldn't be the only tool you use. In this case, you want to basically use it with your other strategies. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to price as low as you can based on map or lap, because that's maybe you don't have competitors pricing that low. As Terry said, you know, you're not profiting basically. So as always, pricing formulas, touching base with your account manager to be able to be sure, because you know we're all trained to set that up properly for you. Share your pricing strategy with your account manager, and then we can use minimum as one of the tools for that website, but it's only a single tool within that.
Thank you very much for that, Savannah. That's a great explanation. And we have a few more questions that we're answering in the Q&A here. One of the questions was, let's go ahead and jump on that. Can we use PayPal and Venmo interchangeable? And is there a difference? So your customer can choose which one that they would like to use. It's really up to them and it's personal preference. Some people have a Venmo account and they prefer to use Venmo. Some people prefer to use PayPal. So it's really, it all comes down to a digital payment online, and they're treated the same through PayPal. And yes, we will be sending out a copy of the webinar. It'll be hosted and we will have links available for you guys as well. Nick asked, how does the brand sort work with the sort order column? If I understood your question correctly, Nick, the answer to that is the lower the number, the higher the priority.
So I think I'm going to add on to this one because I do have a little bit more experience. The question is, since we have two different types of sorting, we have brand sort and sort item order, which one would take priority? In this case, it would be the sort item order would go to the top, and then we sort brand order. That way you can sort what brands show up and still push other items to the top above that.
Excellent. I hope that helped. That's perfect. Let's see. Real quick, I'm going to answer this one live. So John asked, when using PayPal, is the customer automatically charged? Yes, the customer is charged, and that's processed through PayPal. If the purchase is made outside of your delivery area, is it easy to cancel the sale and refund the customer? Those details regarding PayPal, I am going to direct you to reach out to PayPal customer support for. I would hate to misquote one of their policies, and I'm not as versed on that as I would like to be. So that one, I would redirect you to PayPal to get that last answer. Let's see here. Savannah, you want to take that next one from Audra?
I will. Let me locate it again because it just disappeared on me. Here we go. For availability number on a product into electronic tags. In this case, it's going to be, if you have flash tags with us, you would just reach out to your account manager and we would get those digital tags, basically what they looked like and what columns they were looking at updated. So if you have availability in your Webfronts app that you can see, we can get that showing up. If you aren't using flash tags and you're just using a feed to SES or Pricer directly, I'm not 100% sure. I would say reach out to your account manager and they can look into that for you.
Excellent. Terry, we can get you some integration information regarding Centerpoint. I've got a note here and we'll have your account manager reach out to you on that one. Let's see, the next question we have here. When you set up PayPal, does the credit card option automatically show up? That was from Denise. Yes, it does. Once you activate credit card, or sorry, once you activate PayPal on your account inside of the Webfront stool, everything else is handled for you. You don't have to do anything else. It automatically shows up as an option and it does all the work for you. And what is the total sort range? Jason asked from 1 to. Savannah, would you like to handle that one?
So it's from 1 to, I don't know what the cap is or what the maximum is. I'm pretty sure it could be basically anything. I will have to double check. It's possible if a number's too high, the system won't like it. But I will see if I can get an answer to that, and then I'll reach out to you directly with that answer.
Perfect. Can we link a site special to our monthly sales banner and header? Yes, you can. Absolutely. I'm going to answer that one live from Krisha. You sure can. And so we will, if you'd like, we can send you some information on that, or you can reach out to your account manager. It's relatively simple to have handled. So I'll get that to you, Krisha. I've got a note here to have your account manager reach out to you on that one. All right. I believe that is the end of our questions here. Looks like, let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody. Looking good. Okay. Everyone, this takes us to the end of our webinar. I want to thank you all once again for joining us. I hope you've learned something. I hope that you have found some new tips and tricks to take with you and work on your website with. Again, when it comes to PayPal, please watch for that email. It's going to have a link to the form, or use the link that we've sent you. We'd love to get you that deal through NMG and save you some money, make you some money. Also, keep in mind there will be more webinars coming out. Watch your emails for those. And if you have any questions about this, reach out to your account manager, contact us at support, and we hope to see you again. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great day. Andrew, you have your hand up. I didn't miss you. Go ahead. If you want to type your question. All right, it looks like he lowered his hand. All right, everybody. Looks like we're officially done. Thanks again, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.